Okay, welcome back. What I'd like to talk about now is a little bit more about cause and effect. Okay, you all know what karma is. Alright, you all know how karma works. Yeah? It means that there's somebody sitting up there watching everything that you do, and when you do something wrong, they're writing it down in a book, and they're going to get you when you least expect it.
It's a flip chart.
Okay? And it's a flip chart. Yeah? And I'm giving them all the information. Alright? Basically what karma is this, it's very simple. Karma is the divine law of cause and effect. That's what it is. And it works this way. I do something to you that's harmful, I harm myself. Okay? I think of something harmful for you, I harm myself. Basically what this does, this is self-empowerment. There's no one again outside of you that can hurt you. You can only hurt yourself. Okay? And that's what karma is. And if you can understand the laws of cause and effect, and I mean this literally, you can literally make the universe kneel down and bow before you. That's the power that is in this. Understand the laws of cause and effect, you understand the nature of everything.
But isn't that what this course is about? When you give forgiveness, you get it back.
Yes, cause and effect.
Yeah.
Cause and effect. And the other thing is unconditional love. What someone had mentioned on the lower level, right, about self-love. How can we self-love from level 1? Very simple. There is only one love in this world. There's only one way of demonstrating your love in this world. What is it?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Okay? That's it. That is the greatest love that you can show someone else. It means, and forgiveness is basically lifting back your projections. And how you do that is the guilt that I see in you is my guilt. I lift back that projection from you. Okay? Now, we did last year Advanced True Forgiveness. Okay, so Advanced True Forgiveness breaks it down into those steps. Alright? So if you want to kind of look at that again, go onto my website and you'll see Advanced True Forgiveness. But ultimately, alright, on level 3, all you're doing, if you see an error anywhere, all you do is recognize that error is my error. That's law of cause and effect. That's what forgiveness is. The effect of my forgiveness is bringing me peace. And peace, the peace of God, is no little gift. And that's where everything starts off. Okay? That's where your journey back up the ladder starts. It starts with peace. Because there can be no joy in your life without you first attaining peace. Okay? So the way this works is you had sin, guilt, and fear, which is the ego's unholy trinity. Forgiveness brings you peace, joy, and love. And you mix those three together, that's bliss. Okay? So you can't have any joy in your life without peace. Okay? So peace and joy is what love is. So you add all the three up together, put them into a big bowl of soup, alright, and you end up with bliss. Alright, so what I want to talk about first of all now, to understand the laws of cause and effect, you must understand what the separation is. Now, I'm not going into any story here, because what Jesus does in the Course, the Bible has told us a story about the Garden of Eden, eating the apple, blah, 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 all a story. And even Jesus, right, in the Course, tells us another story, okay? That we chose to leave heaven, and we did this, another story. But ultimately, that story is only the correction for the Bible story. Alright? So when you strip away all stories on level 3, you're left with basically the skeleton of what happened in the separation. So how did it all kick off? What was the first thought?
I'm separate. Special. I can remove myself.
One word. I don't want a story.
Individuality. Individuality.
That's an effect. Good. What was the cause? The first cause?
Separation.
Yeah. What's the first cause of the separation? One word. I don't want...
Autonomy, consciousness, sin.
Start with the judgment. Now, the judgment in the Course of Miracles is not the same as the judgment that the word that we use in this world. We use good judgment. The world is, we're making decisions in the world. Okay, so what does the judgment and A Course in Miracles mean?
Separation.
One word again. I want to keep this simple.
Duality.
Yeah.
Nope.
Other.
I've said this more times than enough. So
Say
all,
it again, then.
you have been all listening. I said it.
Other.
I said it here before we even started off. I talked about this.
Use the first initial.
R.
Rationalizations. Relinquishment. Resistance. Resistance.
Yeah, it's hard.
Or. Right-mindedness.
Nope.
No. Reality.
What judgment mean in A Course in Miracles? What, when Jesus talks about judgment, what does it mean?
Rejection.
Yes. So our first, the whole thing kicked off with our judgment upon who? God. Which meant we rejected God. Yeah? So when I would judge anybody in this room, okay, I'm rejecting you. And if we're all one, I'm rejecting a part of myself. And this is what judgment is in A Course in Miracles. It means rejection. Jesus says in chapter 6, what you think then, what you judge against goes away, disappears, doesn't. What you reject, okay, stays with you. Okay, it stays separate. Alright? So our first, the whole separation started off with the judgment. We rejected God. So that was the first cause in the dream. Okay? And what came then? What's the effect of that? Okay? Stop guessing. Okay. Judgment led to sin. What happened next? Yeah. Next. Next.
Protection. Protection.
Wow. He's wearing this. Next. What's the icing on the cake?
Salvation.
Huh?
Salvation. Death.
How do we justify our projections?
Rationalization.
Rationalization. And that makes us feel better now about attacking someone else. That is what the whole separation is built upon. Okay? Anybody any questions or doubts? Anybody like to reject?
My question would be, why would something so perfect
Didn't happen.
Someone that's told.
Okay? But you're not going to realize that because the body and the world and everything here is telling you it did happen. So don't even let Jesus says, why would you ask that question now when you're still judging, you're still projecting? So, you know what I mean? Like, why would you ask what you did a long time ago when you're still continuing to do it now? Yeah? Okay? So that is what the separation is. Okay? Now, I want to, when you're angry with someone, this is what we did in Letterkenny. I want to cut the volunteers. Eilish.
Yeah. Definition of volunteer.
No, I'm too angry.
Yeah.
Anybody else volunteer?
I will.
Be angry, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who else? Hayden and Brian. Okay. All right.
Knocking you.
When you get angry, what happens? The whole point about this, right, and I try to recreate this by putting pressure on the people in the group, okay, and basically it just went blank, but we'll see how it get on here. All right. When you get angry with somebody, you're actually doing a number of little things in that same instant you're getting angry. Okay? So you're feeling guilty. Okay? Remember, anger is always an attempt to project your guilt. What happens next?
You start rationalizing.
You jump in the run. What happens next? You feel angry.
Projection.
Yeah. Okay. No, before.
No, rationalizing.
Before you project.
You're afraid.
Take a judgment.
Before.
Take a judgment, then you project.
Yes. Yeah? So the judgment here at this level, right? And I want to be very clear on this because for the people who volunteered for this, you'll find out. Judgment here, you might see it in my website, it's like a nuclear missile. Alright? It's like a guidance system. I'm feeling angry means I'm feeling guilty. Now I'm going to select someone as a target. So what I'm really doing is I'm selecting someone to reject. Yeah?
This all happens in a split second.
Yeah. So this all happens in a split second. So this, I want you, the people who have volunteered for this, I want you to remember this, right? Okay, you have, stop writing.
Stop writing it.
Stop, you're a volunteer, so stop writing it.
Oh, okay.
So feeling guilty, all right. Now I'm going to select someone, all right, for to target it. So what happens next? Now what I'm doing is I'm doing quantum physics here, right? This is I'm breaking down what happens when you're feeling angry because you can only transcend what you know. So the next time that you're getting angry, okay, you can step back and you can break this down and you can see exactly the movement that's in this. Okay? The ego never wants you to see this. And it was unbelievable and entertaining that, you know, nearly 30 times it was said before someone actually got to say this, right? So the judgment. What happens next? The projection. Yeah? Projection now, right, is I'm taking the guilt inside me and putting it onto you. What happens next?
Rationalization.
Okay, every time that you're angry, that's the movement that's taking place here. Yeah? Okay? Now, Ellie, tell me what you're feeling guilty.
What is the line? Okay, I feel guilty, I judge.
Why would you judge? I want you to go through what it said.
Okay.
What are you doing when you judge? Don't say the words, I want you to actually know what's happening here.
Okay.
So it's not about just remembering this
Yeah.
intellectually or theorizing it. I want you to basically, as if you're standing up here now telling everybody the movement, what's happening exactly. So you're feeling guilty?
I'm feeling guilty, I judge or reject something in another person.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
Select.
I select someone
Through-
to target my guilty.
You judge someone, which means I'm selecting someone to reject and
Okay.
to. Yeah, go ahead.
What's the question? What's the next step?
Yeah. I want you to go through the whole movement.
Okay, so
You're
then
feeling guilty?
Then I rationalise
You're
it.
feeling guilty?
Yeah, I feel guilty. Jesus, I feel guilty. I select someone to project that guilt
How do you
onto,
select them?
through judgment.
Yeah.
I rationalise it. No, I project and then I rationalise.
Rationalize what?
The projection.
Yeah. Okay. Lee, you're feeling guilty?
Yeah.
Brian, I'll come back to you. Brian, you're feeling guilty?
I'm feeling guilty, yeah? Yes, I'm feeling guilty. Because, well, you want me to repeat?
I want you to get what Ellie's doing there.
I'm feeling
Okay,
guilty
well-
because I didn't listen to it.
Okay, Lee.
Yeah, I'm feeling guilty. So then, I judge after feeling guilty
Why did you judge?
because, why did I judge? Because I want to blame somebody for something.
You're selecting someone
Yeah,
to reject it.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
And then there's the projection on it,
What's the projection?
is that what I'm feeling, like I projected my guilt onto them. And then I, it's the rationalization piece that comes
Right,
in.
right. Right. What this is really all about is you'll hear Ken Wapnick talk a lot about this. Is this is the last thing the ego wants you to know, because the ego does not want you to know exactly what it is. So every time you hear this, all right, the mind goes blank, there's a signal being sent to the mind, close this down, you can't do this, this means the end of you. All of this is taking place inside you. This is the way that Ken used to talk about this, like, you know. So the reason why I'm recreating this the way it is, because that moment when you're feeling angry, all of a sudden, that anger comes up, the blank space comes on, and all of a sudden now the ego has full control of you, and this spew of hate, anger, projection, everything goes out. So what's really happening here is breaking it all down. If you know that this is happening every time you get angry, you're not going to do this. And I'm going to show you why afterwards.
I was just going to ask, because you start with you're feeling guilty, then you judge, your projection, you rationalise. But my awareness just inside me is I feel angry, then I judge, project and rationalise. So I'm actually aware I'm feeling guilty.
Yeah, but the guilt is your anger.
Right.
Okay, that's what we're saying. Every time that you're feeling angry with someone, it's an attempt by you to get rid of your guilt.
Okay.
Okay, so anger is just another word for guilty. So when you're angry, you're feeling guilty. If you weren't feeling guilty, you would never be angry with anyone.
And what I'm feeling guilty for is what I'm attacking in them.
Yes, but don't worry about that.
Okay.
Don't try to rationalize this now in any way. I just want you to know, because it's very important that you know what tools are. Okay? So judgment is a tool. If I say to you now, right, you have a flat wheel in your car, you go to the boot, what do?
Sorry?
If you have a flat wheel on your car, you take out, you know, your jack or whatever, and it's a tool, you can change it, okay? Judgment is a tool that the ego uses, all right? Another tool that the ego uses is projection, okay? So these are tools, because projection is the tool now that gets rid of the guilt and may puts it onto you, okay? Who else was our volunteers? Right, go. You're feeling guilty.
Feeling guilty, and I judge.
Why would you judge? What are you doing?
Well, I'm feeling guilty. So because I'm feeling guilty, I don't want that guilt. So I judge.
What's judgment doing?
It projects it onto someone else.
No. I want you to understand what the judgment is, the tool. Explain the tool. It's like, I have a flat wheel. I need the jack to put up the car, and I need the brace to open the tool, or to take off the nuts on the wheel. Okay. So I want you to kind of, as if you're just explaining this to someone else. This is what goes on here. So it's not just about saying the words. It's about knowing exactly what you're doing.
So, okay, I'm feeling guilty.
Right.
I'm feeling guilty. Okay, I'm a bit confused about the judgment then, because judgment means putting it onto someone else.
No.
No. So what is the judgment then?
I have said this about a dozen times so far. Judgment is a rejection. Remember? You're selecting someone to reject.
So I'm feeling guilty, and then I'm selecting someone to reject.
You pick the tool of judgment,
Yeah.
right? And what you're going to do with this
And then you
judgment,
find someone, oh yeah,
judgment selects the target.
okay.
Okay? And really what you're doing is, remember what judgment is a rejection. So what you're doing is rejection, you're rejecting another person, you're rejecting a part of yourself. Because they symbolize a part of yourself.
So you feel guilty, and you judge, right? Because you're selecting someone through the judgment.
It's your target.
You're selecting somebody. So then you project it onto them. I project it onto them. Forgotten the next bit.
Right. And then you rationalize it, which is to justify it. Right, going back now to Cleo. We did this 7 times with 7 people in Letterkenny, which is 49 times.
Right, so I'm feeling guilt. And I need someone to project that guilt onto. So I use judgments to select that person
Yeah.
to reject.
Yeah.
And I project the guilt onto them.
Yeah.
Then I rationalise
Perfect. So to justify. Make yourself feel better. Or like yourself. Right, Dee.
Alright, so I'm feeling guilty. I need to reject.
You just reach for a tool.
Sorry, I feel guilty. I reach for a tool, which is judgment. Then I'm rejecting something within myself. What I do is I project that out onto somebody.
Your anger, guilt.
It's my anger, guilt. and when it's kind of played back to me, I can rationalise it.
Yeah. To make yourself.
To make myself feel better.
Right. Mary. You feeling guilty?
I'm feeling guilty. I need to check that, so
No.
I do that
No.
by judging.
No.
Sorry?
Just follow it step by step. You
Right,
just.
I'm feeling guilty, so I make a judgment which is a rejection of somebody else as a target to project my guilt onto. So then I project my guilt and then I rationalise and justify it
To make yourself feel better.
to make myself feel better.
Right. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Brian. Come back.
I'm feeling guilty. It's unconscious. It's like coming in the M1. I don't know I'm guilty, but suddenly I'm confused.
But your anger's telling you.
And I'm suddenly rejecting the roadwork signs. And I'm totally confused how to get here. And there's a car in front of me goes a certain way. And I follow the car. And then the car behind me goes in to the roadwork side. And then I continue, and I'm just going straight on back to the M50 motorway. And now I'm projecting my anger onto the county council and the roadworks down. Fuck this. And I drive around again, and I do the same thing again. But this time I go in the inner road, but the guy behind me blows the horn. Beep! And then I'm, fuck you. So I'm projecting my anger out here, but it's all to do with rejection.
And how did you rationalise that story?
Then I forgave this, so everything was okay.
Yeah.
I decided to love everyone.
So what you can see really here how difficult it is and how many times you have to hear something before it goes into the mind. You know, and this can go to any talk. I know people who have been here for a couple of years and they have to hear something over and over and over and over again. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I know one person has watched the last series of videos we've done, I've watched it 20 times and they're still getting stuff in it over and over again. So there's layers upon layers in this. So it's not about, you know, just reading something in the course. It's about understanding it. Okay? Because that's what vision is. Okay? You know, vision in the course is about seeing things differently. It means understanding this differently. So if you can understand, okay, every time that you're feeling angry, and this can be hate, do you know what I mean? It can be fear, it can be anything. This is the ego's device here that all happens in that quantum split second. You know?
Can I ask a question? Is it always that way? As in 1, 2, 3, 4, or can you go judgment, projection, rationalization here?
Can you go judge? Well, you know, first of all right,
Yeah.
this is when you're feeling angry.
Right.
There's something that happens before this. All right? And this is why on level 3, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's level 3?
Observer.
No, yeah, what is the observer? You're without
Without
judgment.
judgment.
When you take judgment out of that, what happens? The whole separation falls apart. Right? Same here. You can only judge yourself guilty. So on level 3, all right, without judgment, there's no guilt. All of this falls apart. This is why those on level 3, all right, never get upset, never feel
So you're
angry.
aware of that guilt, but you don't do anything with
Huh?
it. On level 3, you feel
No,
that.
you don't even feel it because there's no judgment for
Okay,
you
so
to
the
feel.
anger,
There's no anger. Anger can only come through judgment. You're judging yourself. The whole separation rests upon rejection. This is why on level 3, without judgment.
Putting that into practice now, you know, when things happen.
Yeah,
Even with small stuff, you know.
exactly.
Like just spontaneous things, like road rage.
Or
Every
even,
time it happens, just
yeah,
in a second.
even if you're sitting watching the news and you see something, I'm watching a football team, you might be in the ref or, you know, anything at all. A little annoyance is no different from full-blown rage. Just go through this and go over and over again. You can only transcend what you know. If you don't know that this is really what's taking place inside you, that instant that you're feeling angry, then you're always going to keep feeling angry. You must come to realize this, the cause of all of this is coming from the judgment.
And it's even in full flight when I'm being angry, full race, as it happens, that it's wrong and I can't stop it. My mouth is gone into auto, I can't stop it.
Cause and effect.
And I still have to go through it.
Yeah, you can't stop it. It really is. You know what I mean? It's like when you kind of set a missile off.
Yeah.
Once the missile is up, it's targeted and everything else, it's impossible. Do you know what I mean? So this is why the undoing of judgment on level 2. So how do you undo judgment?
What's the burning question?
Yeah.
Awareness.
Love stems from rejection, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So let's look at the 3 levels just here, right? Okay. So level 1, level 2, level 3. Here, all right, is you're judgmental. All right, you're judgmental on everybody and everything. So you're continuously always rejecting a part of yourself. Wouldn't that be right? Yeah, there's no way that you cannot be judgmental when you're on this level. Okay, so what people, the first thing they run to them is to be non-judgmental. So here, you're judgmental. Here, you're non-judgmental. Okay, why is non-judgmental not good?
Another side to the
Why?
It's just a decision not to be judgmental. You haven't really.
I want you to be specific.
You believe in judgments.
But that's
Still
itself.
believe in judgment there. That's a judgment.
Yes. Now you're rejecting all the judgmental people. Okay?
You're believing in separation.
Yeah, you're making separation because you're rejecting all of those judgmental people. And what this means, 99.999% of the world is judgmental, and the 99.9% of the world is yourself. You're rejecting your entirety of yourself. Okay?
Is that what you mean by spiritual ego?
Yes. That's it. That's actually ego right-mindedness. Okay? So what this is, because what you're trying to attain here is being without judgment. Okay? And like Krishnamurti said, it's the highest form of human intelligence possible in this world. Our only task here, doing A Course in Miracles, is to move from level 1 to level 2 to get to level 3. After that, everything else happens automatically. We have to do the work here. The undoing part, here's the sorting out part, and here's the relinquishment. If you look at the development of trust, those are the 3 steps we're asked to do. That's where our work is involved in. Okay, we're undoing our attachment to the world, we're undoing our attachment to the body, and we're undoing our attachment now to the judgmental mind. That's the undoing part. Here, in level 2, is the sorting out period. And you're sorting out truth from illusions. What's true and what's false. So this is, you could say, is right-mindedness, this is wrong-mindedness. Yeah? Okay? And that's going to bring us up then to the relinquishment. Here, we're asked to relinquish our beliefs, our thoughts, our concepts, our ideas, all of the above. All right? And it's not really that you're going to be without thoughts, all right, or concepts, or ideas, or any of that. You're not just going to be attached to them. That's it.
So you can still have belief if you're not
Attached to
not-
it. If you're in the world, you're going to be in the world of beliefs. But what you do with your belief, all right? You see, what beliefs in the world do is separate. I'm going to have beliefs that are different from your beliefs. And if I'm attached to my beliefs, okay, then I'm going to separate myself from you.
So I can believe something without being attached to it.
Have you ever heard this statement? Be all things to all men.
Yeah.
That means now, if they're Buddhists, Hindus, Protestant, Catholics, English, Dutch, Scotch, everybody in this room, doesn't matter who they are, whatever they believe in has no effect on me. I'm one no matter what you believe in. This is what I'm talking about beyond all beliefs. It's beyond all the attachments to beliefs. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
That's
if
what
I have a preference, if you like, rather. If I have some sort of belief, I can just acknowledge it as a preference and not judge somebody who has a different way.
What,
Yeah.
what belief, give me an example, what belief would you like to hold on to? Because on level 3, there's not a single belief there's not a single belief that you would want to hold on to. Can anybody name one?
Can you bring a belief up through that and let them, as an example, and let's see what we should be doing out each?
Right. Sure, just done that as judgment as a belief. Okay. Forgiveness. All right, let's look at forgiveness. Here, you're seeing the guilt in someone else. And you're rationalizing that guilt and saying, I see you doing this. All right, I see you doing it. Okay, but I'm going to forgive you because I'm doing a course of miracles. Yeah. Here, you're going to see, all right, this was beliefs too. Here, you're going to see the error in someone else and you're going to instantly recognize, that's my error. Go on, do it. They're only showing me, if I see it, it's mine. You see the ego in someone, there's only one ego. If you see the ego, then it has to be yours. And the way you undo the ego is by you keep recognizing, here, that's my ego. And all of a sudden, one day, you'll see no ego.
Okay, this mechanism of getting 1, 2, 3 and going up, is that as a natural progression of forgiveness?
Yes, that's what forgiveness does. It's like
It's going to
someone,
happen naturally. You're not going to make a conscious decision that I'm not going to judge. It's just going to happen.
Exactly. You know, and it's awareness is the key to all of this. All right, this is why I have repeated this over and over again. If you're not aware that you're judging or you're rationalizing your judgments, then you're going to keep doing it. Awareness. You know, again, up here, that's awareness is the key to this.
So we just keep realising that, it is us, we will eventually be without judgment.
Yes. And the way you undo, like, say the way you undo your judgments, right, is don't stop judging. All right? Just be aware that you're judging. And that's it. And like Eamon Perkins keeps saying all the time, don't judge yourself for judging. You know, it's just that, to be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, just be aware. It's awareness, really. You look at, like Jesus says, when you look at anything with the truth, the illusion will disappear and dissolve in front of you. So when you look at your own judgmental self, you see someone, right, that's very judgmental. All right? That's your projection of your own judgmental self, because you can only see it if you've got it. So that means, yeah. So what you do now is you recognize that's my projection. That's you don't do in judgment. Okay? So don't rationalize the judgments. That's what keeps them all covered up. And that's why it's so hard to be without judgment. Because you can do this very, very quickly. If you set your mind to doing this to be without judgment. Being without judgment is the world has no effect on you whatsoever.